Today I fucked up by eating edibles and passing out in an airport terminal. Obligatory not today, but actually September 2016. It was my best friend's birthday and I'd just gotten my first big boy job. So I decided to buy us a trip to Portland, Oregon for a weekend of drunk and stoned debauchery to celebrate the anniversary of his birthing. We had a 6 a.m. flight out of Los Angeles and the only ride we could get from a friend was at around 11 or 12 the night before. On the way there my best friend produced some fancy marijuana chocolate bars, of the premium and high potency variety. The both of us ate a half of one or so, maybe a little more. I don't know how well informed you are about premium marijuana chocolate, dear reader, but you're only supposed to have about one fucking Hershey square lest you wish to have your soul forcibly removed from your body by Satan, and then dangled in front of you like a carrot on a string that it feels like you'll never catch again. Otherwise, maybe you just know how to handle your shit. So, we get into the terminal and I find the little kiosk thingy to check into the flight. Pop my name in that sucker, get our boarding passes, and with good timing as I completely forget who I am or how I happened my way into this particular material plane of existence no less than 5 seconds afterwards, blink. I'm splashing water on my face in the bathroom trying to pep talk myself into remembering who I am, how badass I am. Trying to talk my ego out of completely fucking off for the night. Blink. I'm scrolling through Instagram on my phone and nervously eyeballing security cameras in the terminal, absolutely certain that they are somehow scanning my body for its THC content and automatically notifying the SWAT team. Blink. I wake up and there's a woman who doesn't speak English asking me for something. After as many caveman grunts, tears and hand gestures I can manage, I offer her my iPhone charger which she happily leaves with, never to return. And then the kicker, after I manage to coax myself out of a panic attack and try to sleep for a couple of hours before security opens, I wake up with a homeless woman on top of me trying to unzip my pants. My best friend later said that he saw her climb on me, and try to ostensibly do the do with me, but he couldn't get himself to say anything because he was so fucking high he'd forgotten how to talk. Thankfully, she wasn't able to wrestle anything out of any fabric containers before I was able to shove her off of me and move on to another terminal to nap in, but I think I'll refrain from ever eating massive amounts of edibles in a publicly accessible space again. Smile. Too long didn't read. I ate a shit butt of edibles at an airport and woke up with a homeless woman trying to unzip my pants in the terminal. I swear edibles can stop time and break the universe. Glad you're safe and feeling okay after all this. My husband and I got stoned today and we were just saying how we feel like this day is never ending. Exclamation mark. Sounds about right for Portland. There are so many thoughts floating around in my head about this, but I can't seem to form them into words. Are you okay? Smiley face. It's a fun story to tell at the least, and I enjoyed hearing it. 100%. Fucking super fun story to tell at a bar over a few drinks, smiley face. Man, what a nice story, smiley face. Back in the days we were midsummer in a public park with about 8 people, and a friend got so high, he made out with a heroin addict woman in bad shape. He assumed she was a homeless. We said no to him, but he ignored us and went full on. The most disturbing outdoor sex we've ever seen. I like how the homeless woman saw a passed out man and thought sex, yeah, that's what I need from him. Not wallet, cards, watches, phone, etc. Smiley face. Today I fucked up on our first date by ruining the moment of our first kiss, twice. This happened years ago but a friend told me to post it anyway because it's still funny, regardless of the time period. I went on a first date with a girl, who was way out of my league. My uni friends said I was punching above my weight but I took her out anyway. We had an amazing dinner at a fancy beachside restaurant, then went for a lovely long walk on the beach, and onto the pier. We walked all the way to the end of the pier and watched the sunset together. Once the sun had romantically disappeared beyond the horizon, I brushed away the hair from her face and tucked it behind her ears, and placed my hands on her upper hips. I took a step forward to lean in for the kiss, and I stepped in fucking dog shit. Ruined the moment and my Converse. Spent the next half hour dragging my feet through grass and sand to wipe it off. After trying to smooth over the earlier experience, our date was going quite well. When I drove her back to her place, I got out of the car to walk her to her door and say goodbye. During the goodbye hug, she held on for a long time, so I thought, here's my second chance. Here we were cuddling, and I was building up the courage to go for a kiss again, when I remembered that I was chewing gum and thought I should ditch it. So, while still in this elongated cuddle, I reached around her head to take it out of my mouth, and the gum immediately became entangled in her hair. Spent the next 5 minutes on her doorstep, helping her get the gum out of her hair. We shook hands and she went inside, killing my hopes of a kiss that night. I drove home listening to the saddest songs I had, constantly slapping myself in the face. She didn't contact me for days after that, but when she did, we had a good old laugh. Fast forward 17 years, 13 married, and now with 2 kids, so I must have done something right that night. Too long didn't read, tried for first kiss and stepped in dog shit, then tried again for first kiss and got gum in her hair. Later married her. P.S. She's still out of my league. Damn mate, you are one smooth sailor. Congrats on somehow pushing beyond the train wreck of a date, haha. I absolutely love this story! Exclamation mark. She's still out of my lug, well bucko, apparently she thinks different, and perhaps that means so should you. I guess your first impression stuck to her. This is so sweet and wholesome, congrats, I hope you have many more happy moments ahead. Today I fucked up. On Saturday, I joked about cannibalism and my 5-year-old kept repeating it. On Saturday, my wife, 5-year-old daughter and 9-year-old son and I decided to go to a local restaurant/play place that has a video arcade, similar to Chuck E. Cheese. Our kids haven't been able to go to this place for over a year because of COVID-19. They recently reopened it, so my kids were super excited to get out of the house. My 5-year-old daughter wandered into a separate play area for toddlers where there were no other kids. She found a play plastic kitchen area for the little ones to pretend they are cooking food. My daughter asked me what type of food I wanted. I told her soup, so she took the little plastic food vegetables and pretended to make me soup in a fake pot. After a while, I was getting really bored. She asked me what type of food I wanted now, so I joked, how about soup made with roasted human flesh? She said sure, and pretended to make me more soup. After a few minutes, several other families wandered into the play area with their little kids. My daughter started going up to all the other parents and kids and kept asking them if they wanted soup made with roasted human flesh. They were all horrified. I uncomfortably told her to please stop saying that. But as the group of families grew, she wouldn't stop. Eventually, she offered cannibal soup to probably a dozen horrified adults. Too long didn't read. I made a dumb joke about cannibalism and my 5-year-old daughter kept repeating it in front of strangers. Army Hammer! Exclamation mark. This comment punched me in the gut. Kids will repeat exactly the thing you least want them to. They're like the Murphy's Law of spoken language. Kids, woman face palming. When my daughter was in preschool, the class was just babbling away. My dad got new shoes, my brother got a new toy. What does my kid say? My mommy watches a lot of murders on TV. Smiley face. My son once filled out a paper for first grade saying my parents do drugs because we drink beer. It wasn't even a question about parents. Fucking kids, man, sounds exactly like my 4 years/old daughter, lol. More like fucking adults. My stepdad told me and a friend to go climb a mountain when we were little. 30 minutes later, my mother was horrified to see us waving at her from halfway up a cliff face. We were having a great time. Needless to say, my dad learned his lesson. Wahaha. I so feel this. My side of the family likes to joke about death. It's a coping mechanism for dealing with our own mortality, haha. Once when she was about 5, she went to her other grandparents' house and started picking out objects she wanted when that set of grandparents died. They were not amused.